Well, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I've got company today. Glen Lyon's joined me. We're just going for a walk. We're going to find what is a Roman bridge in our council area, which is Perthshire in Scotland. So join us and let's see where this journey takes us. Go right. Oh! Watch as I slip. So we've got across the river. I was going to say safely, but it's a bouncy bridge.
It's like jelly.
Legs are like jelly. So we're just walking along, but I think, I don't actually know the distance, but I know it's not far.
You said less than a mile.
So we're actually in Glen Lyon, and we drove up through Fortingale, where the oldest yew tree in UK and Europe is. They estimate that the yew tree is over 3,000 to 9,000 years old. And then we also passed the Cairn of the Dead, which is an old cairn from the 16th century, where in this area they did not avoid the plague. So what happened was hundreds of people died. There was no room in the graveyard for them, so they had to build a mass grave. And there's always a legend in Scotland. So legend has it there was an old woman who was fairly fit. She used a horse and sledge, and she managed to take all the bodies over to the mass grave, and that's the legend. If I turn round, we're following River Lyon here all the way up. We're looking for the Roman bridge, so hopefully not long now. Alright, so we've reached the old Roman bridge, and the water's in full spate because we've had crazy rain over the last few days. I'm just going to walk over and have a wee look, because the water in the waterfall is pure white. Looks absolutely amazing. Oh wow, that's nice. That waterfall's reputed to be, went from the bottom right up to the very top of the hill. It's meant to be about 700 feet high. But what we'll do is I'm going to walk along the Roman bridge, just step up, stand on the top, and it's a pretty beautiful view. We'll get Glen Lyon coming up. We're getting rained again. It's quite slippy. And then that's the burn then flowing into the River Lyon. Right, I'm going to have a wee scout around and see what compositions are here. Well, we were letting a wee rain shower pass there. So what I've done is, while it was raining, I've just set my tripod up over there, because I want to get the kind of classic shot under the bridge and then the waterfall coming down in the background. It's not dry enough yet. We're still getting showery rain, so I'm hoping I can get a nice shot with the drone if possible, as long as it stops raining. But anyway, I'm going to try and take a couple of shots. The reason I'm here is I was going to go west, but the weather forecast was horrible. It was meant to be heavy rain. And then I seen a video that Cliff Hans had done, and Cliff Hans had visited this spot. And this is a spot that I've photographed for across the roads many times, but I've never actually been here. So I just thought, we'll go for a walk and let's do a wee exploring, let's see if we can find it. And true enough, when you're here beside it, it's absolutely stunning. So there's not a lot of history around the Roman bridge. They call it the Roman bridge locally, but there was a whole bunch of archaeologists up, and they've actually dated it to the 16th century. So they've said it's a pack horse bridge. But anyway, that's not going to deter the locals in a good story, is it? Especially here in Scotland. Right, I'm going to get set up and I'm going to start taking some images. Alright, so my first composition, what I'm doing is I've got the 24 to 70 on and I'm just getting a kind of close-ish upshot of the waterfalls coming down behind the river, and then I've got all the water coming in down here on the right and it's sweeping out into the left. And then we've got just a touch at the top of the waterfalls up here. It's quite dark, so I'm hoping that I can lift the shadows under the bridge because I can see the bricks with my eye, and I'm hoping that the photo that I take does it justice. I have put on a polarised filter just so I can take the glare off the water. I've got a 1/5 of a second, f14 and ISO 100. So what I'll do is I'll take 2 or 3 shots. I'm going to do a landscape, I'm going to do a portrait, and then what I'll do is when I'm finished, I'll share these images with you now. Alright, so I've just moved up a wee bit further because there's a whole bunch of wee rapids in front of me. So what I've got is I've just got the top of the bridge in my frame. I've got the water coming down and flowing down to the right, and it's going into a wee pool on the right hand side. It's quite a nice composition. You're only getting that much water going left. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take 2 or 3 different compositions again. I'm going to raise the camera higher, and then I can get the falls that are in under the bridge as well. So when I'm finished, I'll share these images with you now. Alright, so I've just lifted the camera up, and what you can see is I've just got the archway of the bridge, and I've got this really nice effect of the water coming down. Really soft, it's really nice. Actually reminds me of the Clash-Nessie Falls that I was at, although a different scale right enough. But I've got all this darkness, I'm hoping the shadows will lift. Well, they will lift actually, it shouldn't be a problem. That's quite a nice view, so I'm going to take a couple of other shots there. I'm going to lift the camera higher and see if I can get down and then use this as a kind of basin. And now what I'll do is I'll share these images with you. Alright, so I've moved to the bottom, just next to the river, and what I'm taking is I'm just taking a wide shot of the bridge. So I've got, as you can see, we've got some sky, we've got the waterfalls coming down under the bridge, and then it's just rocks. I actually thought there was going to be more water than this. I thought all of this might have been covered in water. I thought it might have been in pretty much a higher spate than it actually is. Having said that though, the white water is absolutely stunning. And it's really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wide shot. I'm going to try and do like a 4-shot or a 6-shot panoramic. I'll try and stitch that together. If that is successful, then I'll share these images and I'll share that panoramic with you. Alright, so just working my way over, away from that side, over to here. And then what I've got is I've actually got the stream and the burn coming flowing right towards me. I've got the falls on the left hand side, we've got the bridge, and then as you can see we've got the water flowing down. It's a nice landscape shot, but I think I'm going to turn it round because I'd get more of the top falls in for a portrait shot. So what I'll do is I'll take 2 or 3 images and then I'll share these with you now. I'm going to share a wee tip with you that I had to do. It was more after last weekend because I was using the hood quite a lot when Willie and I were in Glencoe. Because when you put the hood on your camera, now I'm using the Kent Faith Nano X magnetic lenses, which honestly are absolutely brilliant for snap on, snap off. But because you've got the hood on, it's difficult to turn the polarizer, and whatever you're shooting is not always obvious. So what I've done is I've put an orange mark on the top, so that's my sweet spot in my polarizer. And then if I take that off, I've done the same at the top, so I can see from the top and I can see from the front where the sweet spot of my polarizer is, because when you've got a hood on you really struggle. Might be helpful to somebody. We're taking shelter behind a tree. We're just continually getting bombarded with rain. It's shower after shower, so hopefully the tree will keep the camera protected. Once this rain goes off and we can start taking pictures. Walking in the rain here because there's a wee rainbow appeared on the other side of the river. So I don't know if this camera can pick it up. Hopefully you can see it. And there's another bit through there. Carla is taking shelter. To be fair, it's Scotland. We expect it. Alright, so we're just going to brave the showers at the moment. It's kind of went off a wee bit. But what I've got here is I've got this composition with the top waterfall. When I say top waterfall, if you've seen the drone footage, these waterfalls go on. No wonder they've said it's over 700 feet, because there must be about 10 different waterfalls all the way up the mountain. It's brilliant. So this waterfall here, I just love the colour of the water. The water's pure white. So I'm going to get it. There's a tree at the top and it's going to flow down right to left. It's a shame that fence is there, but that's okay. What I might do is turn the camera over to portrait, and then I might not get that fence in it. But what I do want to do is get all these rocks in the foreground, because there's a lot of texture, a lot of moss, and it's really nice, and we've got some pebbles in the water, so hopefully with the polarizer we can see the pebbles as well. So what I might do is a 3-image stack here, and what I'll do is I'll focus in the foreground, I'll focus in the middle, and then I'll focus in at the top of the falls, and then I'll bring those 3 images together. That's the plan. I'll share these images with you now. Alright, so just as we moved up to the centre of the bridge to get a centre on shot, the rain started again. So what I'm trying to do is just get the waterfall from the very top all the way down, centred in my image, and then flowing right through out of my image because I'm on the bridge. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's also absolutely chucking it. So what I'm going to do is I'll take 2 or 3 shots. The rain's getting really heavy now. So I'll take these shots as much as I can, and I'll share these images with you now. Alright, so thanks to Carlan for helping me out today and coming for a wee walk. It's quite spectacular. I'm definitely going to come back and explore further up, although it's pretty treacherous. I need my boots on and maybe crampons because the rocks are really, really slippy. Anyway, I really hope we can make a video of this. I hope the images have turned out. I can't imagine it being a long video because it's just the one location that we've worked. Brilliant for only having been actually here for the very first time. Absolutely loved it. Do you like the scenery?
It's beautiful.
Beautiful, it's beautiful.
Just a bit cold.
A bit cold and we've been showered on every 5 minutes, but that's okay. Alright, I'm going to end the video. So here's hope you like it. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do, because you know it's free. And if you press the bell notification, that'll let you know the next time I post a video. So thanks again to Caroline for helping me.
No problem.
And here's to the next video.